Hey, how's everybody doing today? It's Cool Colas here. That's my name. So, my real name is actually Nicholas Jordan, but I would like for you all to call me Cool Colas going forward. So, let's kind of get into it a little bit here. So, the concept that I came up with here today is called the hustler's perspective. So, the hustler's perspective is a spin-off of my blog, which is called the Hustler's Jackpot. I don't know if any of you all got a chance to really check it out or read it or anything like that, but Hustler's Jackpot basically is a blog that I started back in August 2016 sometime. And it describes just ways that people can either make money by just like doing side hustles or just learn about how to be financially wealthy and just, things like that. But before I get into that, let me kind of go into a little brief introduction here. So, again, name's Cool Colas. And I am originally from the Detroit area. Specifically, I am from Oak Park, Michigan. I have to say that because for some of y'all out there who will say, "Oh, you're not from Detroit," I'm not trying to hear all that. I am from Oak Park, Michigan, and that's around the Detroit area for all of you who aren't familiar with Michigan like that. I currently reside in Comstock Park, Michigan. So I got my education at Western Michigan University, and I attained a degree in chemical engineering. And that's kind of like a little bit about my background. But other than just those things, I kind of want to just inform you about, some of the stuff that I do and that I like to get into. So, other than, going to school for that major, I look at school in this way. I look at school in a way where I was trying to get a degree in order to get a job. But see, I had a certain mindset, and it's a mindset that's a lot different than the one that I have now. The mindset that I had then was get a job in a certain profession in something that you were good at or had expertise in or something that you were going to study and then eventually turn that into a job. And things didn't necessarily go the way that I had expected them just from just everything that has gone on. So um, basically, to sum it up, I am a blogger, I am a writer, I like to write. I am a creative person. I like to engage in intelligent conversations. I like to speak with people. I like to speak positivity into people. But specifically here, speaking on the hustler's perspective, we're going to talk about finances and financial wealth and being able to just do different side hustles and just finding different ways to make money. That's what this is all about. And then in the meantime, we're going to talk about a couple different topics, that are going to be interesting to people who particularly are a little bit younger, who are kind of getting into things and trying to figure out things about money and trying to figure out, like, how to live their life in a financially stable way. So that's just a little bit there about that. So let me give you a little bit of a backstory as to just everything and how this all got started. So when I first started, first finished being a student at Western and got my degree back in 2015, I tried to look for a job and I was able to get a job in the Grand Rapids area, although I lived in Comstock Park. And then it also kind of like helped me out because, most of the time I'm hearing like, oh, you get a chemical engineering degree, it's going to be easy for you to get a job. But with Grand Rapids, it not only was it not easy to get a job, it wasn't easy to keep one as well too. So the job market is very, difficult in Grand Rapids, Michigan. So with that being said, I knew that I still had bills to pay. I knew I still had to try to find a way out, and then I still had to try to find a way to overcome. Bottom line. And with that being said, I kind of started exploring the world of what it's like to just understand side hustles, understand like ways to start businesses, understand like just having that mindset. Like I said, it's all about the mindset. And specifically, I want to really like help other people out. I want to help people, like I said, who are mostly around my age. So like I am what you all would consider a millennial. It's really called Generation Y for those of you all who don't know what the proper term is. I am a Generation Y person, and I want to reach out to other Generation Y people because really, to be honest, they're the future, and they're the future of the people who are going to shape this world in a way that's either going to affect it negatively and positively. So what I'm hoping to do is to speak that type of positivity and that knowledge into folks who are, like I said, young and around my age and are impressionable and are just getting into the world of money. And the thing about it is that school doesn't really teach you how to deal with your money, what to do with your money, how to be smart and how to be accurate. And a lot of people just kind of rely on their parents or somebody who may have had some type of experience with money or business or whatever, and hoping that that kind of gets them by. But not everybody has that experience, and I'm one of those people. So really, I'm trying to teach myself. But the thing is that I see how tough the process is for myself, and I want to make it easier on other people so that they too can kind of overcome and try to figure themselves out financially and understand themselves in a business savvy way. And that's really what it's all about. Like, I just think that the world should just be about being able to help other people in a way where they not only just survive, because I hear all this talk about survival, but they're able to prosper and do the things that they always wanted to do and live out their dreams. That's really what I want for the world. And I think by making the Hustlers Jackpot, I was able to take a step into conveying some of that information to people where they can kind of like learn some things about finances and wealth and just things like that. So that's kind of like why I started it. And I kind of want to go into this a little bit, and switch this around so you understand what the hustler's perspective is about. So the hustler's perspective is just going to talk about those things that were covered in Hustler's Jackpot. For those of you who like to see videos and kind of like see things from a visual perspective, because some of you all I know are like visual learners. Me, I have to have things by either a visual or by an example in order for me to understand. So I feel like a lot of you all are like the same way. And I mean, remember, I'm a millennial, so of course I only watch videos. And anyway, so I want to kind of tell you the definition of what I mean by the term hustler. Okay, so most of you all are probably hearing hustler and you're like, oh, that's just a guy who does drugs or a girl who does drugs or, participates in illegal activity and hustling to get money. Now, part of that definition is true, but the part that's true is the idea of getting money. But the difference between a hustler and a drug dealer is a drug dealer sells drugs. A hustler can sell anything. That's the difference. And I think people are just like kind of like intertwining those two like they're the same thing. And they're not the same thing at all. So let's kind of differentiate and switch up here. So I call it the Hustler's Jackpot because it is literally a jackpot of information that you can kind of go to. Because usually when you see a lot of like blogs, you either see blogs that tell you like how to do something or blogs that kind of motivate you to do it. So what you usually find yourself doing, and correct me if I'm wrong, if you're anything like me, what you'll do is you'll have a bunch of tabs up on, your Google Chrome or whatever little search engine site you use in Internet Explorer, whatever. And what you'll do is like you'll have a bunch of tabs open. One tab may say ways to make money, ways to make $100. And then your next tab may say how to stay motivated, 20 quotes that all so-and-so believe, that all millionaires or all the millionaires believe this. So you'll see a bunch of tabs just kind of like all in like your little taskbar. Now, here's the problem with that. First of all, you're multitasking, which is not good. Multitasking is not good because essentially you're not focusing on one thing at a time. What my blog does is it covers the ability to stay motivated in hustling and methods of hustling. So it's all combined into one. It's not a bunch of tabs up, it's all combined into one. So you can get your mind right while still learning how to do certain things that can help you generate an income or generate a business or generate your dreams or your idea. And that's what it's all about, is being able to just combine the two and make a person who can grow and who can fit from those things. So to basically cover it, I feel like it's all about just understanding financial wealth and being able to understand mental wealth. And what I mean by mental wealth is having the ability to continue to generate ideas that are going to be lucrative for you. So at one point, you make it so that you are not working for your money, but your money is working for you. That's what you want it to come down to. And, that's really what it's all about. And so this is kind of like where I want to go just in the future with this blog is I want to just talk about some of the topics that, a lot of people, they, they kind of talk about in conversation with others, or it's kind of like ends up being small talk. You ever go to your parents or whoever, and the first question they ask you is, how's your job going? How's that working out? How's school going? Or they ask you questions like that. See, those are very common, but I want to tackle bigger issues within that. So one of the bigger issues that I want to tackle is the job market, like things like that. That's a topic that I want to talk about. Let's talk about the job market a little bit. Let's talk about the school system and how it's set up. Let's talk about you know finding a job after you get out of school, and just the skills that are lucrative to people. Those are examples of topics that I wanted to cover and that I will cover in the hustler's perspective. Mind you, the hustler's perspective is talking about ways to look at things. I mean, yeah, I'll teach you some things, and I'll teach you ways to make money. So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I ain't gonna do that, because I am. But I'm just saying that it's more about the perspective and the way that you look at things and certain events that are going on in our world that are like ever changing. We really need to tackle those issues, because the problem is that we talk about them in small talk, but we never really tackle them, and we never really get down to the science of it and the bottom of the issue. We just kind of like chalk it up to personal experience, and this person just experienced this and this person didn't. And really, to be honest, I'm just going to keep it totally real with you all. We were spending too much money on school to be talking about, oh, well, sometimes people benefit, sometimes people don't. That's totally messed up. And we need to kind of like get to the nitty gritty of some of the issues that just take place and that just go on and that just affect people, and, just not really like help their future too much. So, again, Hustler's Perspective does a couple things here. It teaches you how to be financial wealthy. It covers different events that are going on. It shows you methods in order to become financially wealthy. And then what it does is it gets you in that mindset where you're going to continue to generate ideas and you're going to continue to keep hustling. So it's going to allow you to kind of like let go of some of the things that are unimportant, like people and habits and things like that, and then maybe latch on to certain habits and certain people and things that are going to help you and bring you in the mindset that you should be in. And maybe talk about some of the items or things that people get that may or may not be lucrative. I think this definition of wealth is weird too. Think about it. A lot of us have this certain perception of what wealth is. We have this perception of, oh, my parents, they taught me that having a good house, a good foundation, a good family, a nice car to get around and everybody else can see it. Not saying that all those things are just totally bad. I'm just saying that we have an skewed version or definition per se of what wealth really is. And nobody is teaching us any other way to view the idea of wealth. So that's something else that we're going to need to tackle. So just to give you a preview, yeah, we just got a couple, topics there that we need to cover. And I want to be able to get a chance to hear you guys' opinions, hear the way that you all look at things. I want you all to see it from Cool Colas's perspective. Yes, I refer to myself in the third person. Cool Colas's perspective. That's and I think what it comes down to here is just making people aware and just helping people out. But anyways, I'm not gonna keep ranting here. I just kind of wanted to cover some basics with you guys, and you guys get a feel for me and my personality, and just telling me what you think and all that other stuff. So when you get a chance, though, there's a couple things that you can do for me, just like I can do for you. The first thing I would like for you to do is to subscribe to this video, because there's going to be more to come. There's going to be a lot more to come. Like, this is definitely not it. The second thing I would like for you to do is to go on the hustlersjackpot.com and check out the Hustlers Jackpot itself. And you'll get a good overview and be able to read some of the things that I'm even talking about. The other thing too is if you guys want to check out some of the latest and greatest updates for this blog and for this YouTube channel, you all can follow me at this is on Instagram at the Hustlers Jackpot. No spaces, no dashes. And if you want to follow my personal page, you can follow me at Cool Colas. I also do updates there as well too if you don't catch the ones on that other page. So with that being said, I hope everybody has a great day. And this is the word from the Team Viral Hustler. You guys have a great day. And I'll talk to you later. See you later.